What's up, everybody? It's Mac from MacTheMovieGuy.com, the site you probably didn't know existed, but now you do, and it's gonna blow your mind. Yeah, I said it, and I'm here with a review of King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. I sat through two movies today. I saw Snatched, and then I saw King Arthur, back to back. I liked Snatched more than King Arthur, by the way, but this is not a review of Snatched. If you would like to see the review of Snatched, you can click on the link for the review for Snatched. Okay? This is my King Arthur review. This movie has been getting trashed by critics. Absolutely trashed. It has a terrible Rotten Tomato score, somewhere in like the 20s. And some of the reviews are scathing. They're just absolutely running the bus over this film. And I don't know that that's necessarily deserved, although this is not a good movie either. It's not Gods of Egypt, you know? I mean, it's just not, there are really good things in this movie. The movie is just not consistently good. So let's talk about it. King Arthur is a reimagining of the legendary tale of King Arthur, where his father's murdered and his mother's killed, and he is floated downriver like a little famous baby from the Bible that we've heard about, where he is adopted by a brothel, and he grows up on the streets. And meanwhile, his uncle who killed his parents has taken over as king, and of course he's a terrible king, because they're always terrible. I just, for once, would like to see a movie where the guy murders to get the throne, and then he ends up being a pretty cool guy after that. Like, you know, he just had some good ideas. It's like, you're the shitty one, I'm the good one. I'm gonna kill you and take your throne. Nope, he's a dick. So that's Jude Law plays the uncle, who is now the king. And so Arthur grows up, and he's got his like little ragtag group of friends, and there's the legend of the born king and his return, and the person who pulls Excalibur from the stone is the born king. Obviously, Jude Law wants to kill the born king because he stands in the way of him having the throne. So there's a lot of drama with that. There's also a lot of magic in this movie. There's a mage that follows Arthur around and is part of the resistance and wants to see Arthur become king. It's not Merlin. It's just some random mage. I thought that was really dumb. I was like, why not Merlin? Are you saving him for a sequel? Because you're probably not going to get one. Spoiler alert. This movie is not doing well, so we will never see Guy Ritchie's Merlin. Yeah, so let's talk about that, actually. Guy Ritchie is one of my favorite things about this movie. His signature moments in this bring out some of the most entertaining parts of this film. The Guy Ritchie thing where he has like a conversation and he darts between faces and they're like talking back and forth to each other, and he does the let me tell you a story thing that he did back with Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch, where like that whole sequence I thought was really cool. He directs the action sequences fairly well, most of them. His choice of music is stellar. I love the soundtrack to this movie. Love the soundtrack to this movie. Like, absolutely one of the best things about the film. Easily. Then we get to sort of the bad, which is to say that there isn't enough Guy Ritchie in this. It feels like he just like uses it sparsely so that you have a couple really cool sequences and really cool scenes, but then he like wants to be serious. So like it feels weird tonally because it feels like a Guy Ritchie movie and then it doesn't. And it feels like a Guy Ritchie movie and then it doesn't. And it feels like a Guy Ritchie movie and then it doesn't. And it's so jarring sometimes. And the scenes really slow down when it's not a Guy Ritchie scene. You know, when he's just trying to play it cool and play it serious. It doesn't really work for me in those moments. I miss the Guy Ritchie-ness of it all. There's also an actress, Astrid Burgess Frisbee might be her name. Never seen her before. I hope to never see her again. She is fucking awful. And she has a gigantic role. And I shit you not, every single line she reads like she's reading it from a cue card and is phonetically sounding things out and has no idea what she's saying whatsoever. It's like saying this in a sentence but not being able to comprehend what I'm saying in sentence, comma, form, period. Like, it's just so bad. She's one of the worst performances I've seen in years. There's literally a time where I could tell that her dialogue was supposed to have like a break, like it was 2 sentences, and she just didn't stop. It was clearly 2 complete sentences, and she just kept talking in this monotone pace that actually made it 1 sentence, uncomfortably so. And she was awful. She's an awful actress. I don't care if I'm being mean. Why was she in this film? There's nothing that she does that contributes. And the fact that she's in this and Merlin's not, man, like, how did she get cast? Wow. Actually, one of the other things, and I'm not going to berate the other girls, one of the other things is actually, I didn't feel like any of the female actresses in this film were strong, but they weren't like just outright bad. It's just they were sort of uncomfortably emotionally detached and like not really all committed to the role. But she was just, the girl who plays the mage is just, that's unforgivably bad. And then there's some CGI that is absolutely terrible, especially towards the end. The final fight sequence is awful. That CGI is awful. It looks like it's from a video game. It reminded me a little bit of Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which is not a good thing. I was like, oh, this feels like it could be a fight from Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Not even the good first one. Not just Mortal Kombat, but I actually thought of the sequel. Yeah. It's weird. Because actually most of the visual effects leading up to that point are really good. And then it seems like they ran out of budget for the final fight scene. And Charlie Hunnam, he's fighting, but clearly that's not Charlie Hunnam, you know, like that's a rendering of Charlie Hunnam. So, yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag for me. I think the film also has pacing issues. Some ran a little over 2 hours, but it felt like it was a 3-hour movie. It's just like, it's one of those like Hobbit movies where like they go here and then they go there and then they go there and they're constantly on a journey to like a new location to pick up another person to join their team or something. Like there's like most of the film is exposition. Like most of the film is this world building film because they think that they're going to be a franchise. So it's not really an action packed, although it has its moments. It has its moments, really good action. But it's not as action-packed as the trailers would have you believe. Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag. I don't think it's as terrible as critics say it is. It just has some really good stuff in it. And it has some really bad stuff in it. So it's a bit of a mix for me. I'm disappointed. I love Guy Ritchie. I think he is one of the most talented directors working today, for sure. I'm disappointed because I thought Charlie Hunnam did a good job. I thought Jude Law did a great job. If I had to give one person an award from the cast, it would be Jude Law. He is creepy as fuck as a villain. Just absolutely, he needs to play more villains because he's really good at it. But there's a lot here I just didn't like. So trying to figure out a grade for this film, I'm going to give King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, a C-. It's pacing issues. It felt really long. The story needed more action. The girl who was the mage was awful. The visual effects failed me in the end. So even though I loved the soundtrack, there are a few moments directed by Guy Ritchie that are fantastic. I thought some of the action sequences were great. Soundtrack's great. Charlie Hunnam's good. Jude Law's great. It's a C- for me. There were scenes where that girl was talking and I literally wanted to leave. I was like, if she talks much longer, I'm going to leave. So that's that. That's my review of King Arthur. Still hoping to see a few more movies this weekend. No idea what I'm going to see. But hopefully this is not my last review of the weekend. So, have you seen King Arthur? Have you seen the 2004 King Arthur with Keira Knightley and Clive Owen? If you've seen either of those, comment below. Tell me which one you liked better, or if you liked him at all, or if you even know who King Arthur is, or maybe you like the Disney cartoon, Sword in the Stone. Let's just get some comments. Tell me what your favorite color is. I don't care. I don't have a lot of comments on my videos. If you like me at all, I also have not a lot of subscribers. So subscribe to my channel and you'll get more movie reviews from me in your feed. That's all for now. Peace.